Maybe they can see us, maybe they can't. Hello! Maybe they can see us. Hello, handler helpers. Thank you for joining us on our 4.0 showcase video update thing.
Yeah.
I am Monster Handler Matt.
I am Monster Handler Charlie.
And I'm Monster Handler Allie.
We are doing our very best today because a lot of the folks who normally help with these live streams are recuperating from an absolutely awesome couple of days at PAX West. But here on the home team front, we are looking forward to going through the update today and seeing what there is to see. So, as before, we're going to be using our handler cam tech to enter the monster world and figure out exactly what's going on. But before we do, just to give ourselves an opportunity to find out whether or not this is working and if the chat is going absolutely nuts, let's just chat for just a quick second here. Monster Handler Charlie, have you had an opportunity yet to download version 4.0?
Yes, I downloaded it. I love the text personally because it helps me personally, which I love. I like that it looks a little crispier.
Yes.
Which is nice. And I collected all my stuff. I'm very excited for the map in the future.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm loving it.
Notably not in this update for those folks who saw it and were like, oh my gosh, it's coming next week. It was part of our kickoff video, but we just wanted to, we knew that would be an itch that needed scratching.
Yes.
So we wanted to show our early development on it. Monster Handler Alley, have you had an opportunity?
I have, and I have been getting so many new monsters. It's
Ooh.
very exciting.
Yes, because not only is the update out, but of course we're smack dab in the middle of anniversary month with tons and tons of limited time monster availability and stuff like that. And we have Monster Handler Shinty behind the camera today. Shinty, how are things looking on your end?
Got it. Audio's fixed.
Sweet.
Fixed. Okay, were we
It's a little bit echoey, but we got it all.
Oh, okay. Well, I can live with an echo. No audio is a sad day.
Yes. That'll be hard to explain.
It would be hard to explain, especially since audio is kind of our thing.
We could learn like
Right.
sign language. Which
Yes, we could try,
Like,
or
this is
or
boy.
semaphore.
Yeah.
Although I think we would probably end up hitting each other with the flags.
Probably.
So, Monster Handler Shinty, could we please transition to Handler Cam Tech? When we do so, we all have to wiggle.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm wiggling.
3, 2, 1. We've shrunk.
We did
This
it.
is like the Incredible Voyage. We're like in a little submarine or something. But yes, here we are, the glorious loading screen of version 4.0. We held it back, of course, before, last week anniversary month formally began, of course, but we wanted to hold on to it until such time as the 4.0 update was out. And here we are. Look at all these glorious things. I see a couple of new things there that no doubt we will be going through over the course of today's showcase. Something I did want to point out here, you know, for a handler helper community that is so perceptive and zeroes in on details, I am personally shocked at the number of people who think that Blabbit only has
one eye. Yeah.
It is very this season of Monster is very obviously, or so I thought, looking over across at the other platform at
Looking at all the amazing things that are happening.
exactly at Bungleton, but they're going, why does Blabbit only have one eye? So you can see the nose, the whiskers, the teeth. Anyway, that's what we're looking at here. Okay, so let's dive right in and take a look. You may notice that our My Singing Monsters 10 logo has been retired. Anniversary year, of course, continues through to the end of anniversary month, but now we have a beautiful egg there in place of the O. We'll have to learn more. I also see some unknown monster elements there underneath the logo that Epic Wubbox on Gold Island is celebrating there. So let's launch right in.
Curious and curious.
Indeed. I'm quite excited. Ta-da! Okay,
There it is.
here we go. Here's my beautiful plant island. Charlie, you already mentioned it, but all of our fonts have been updated for the interface for version 4.0. Like I said in the kickoff video, we were due for a facelift and upgrade. Our previous fonts had served us very well, but it came time to update them, and we took that opportunity to augment accessibility and legibility, specifically in other languages. I don't know if folks knew this, but whenever we would add language support, as we did over the course of My Singing Monsters history for Russian or for Turkish, we had to like manually create those characters because they weren't there in the original font. So now, moving forward, if we choose to expand our language offerings even further in the future, these new fonts will allow us to do so far more seamlessly.
Nice.
Now, first of all, some of you may be noticing this particular icon up here in the upper right corner. This is something that we didn't cover in the kickoff video, but which is something equally exciting as part of Anniversary Month. Just gonna open it here. This deluxe anniversary pack is offered to all players who have previously made any in-app purchase of a currency pack in My Singing Monsters. This is a developer account, so I, through my connections in the monster world, I'm already marked as a paid user, which is why I am being served this pack. But that's not the only exciting thing that's going on, because there's also an anniversary pack that is available to those players who have never made a purchase before, and which is bar none like the best deal that we have like ever.
Like a gift for everyone.
It is.
Kind
So
of like a starter pack for people who have been playing.
what an excellent way to describe it, Monster Handler Charlie. And if ever you've been on the fence trying to figure out, okay, I play this game, but you know, there are some awesome features that I want to take a look at that I'm not taking advantage of currently. There's no better time than during Anniversary Month to make it happen just for a few measly dollars to get a number of exciting things. You can remove third-party ads. You can get game-changing structure upgrades like the Maximum Mine on Plant Island and bonus breeding structure in Nursery. You get unlimited collect all, and there's something very cool that I saw a few folks talking about as part of our kickoff video, hiding here in the decorations menu. This is a brand new type of decoration. It's a premium decoration that is unlocked once you've made the purchase of any currency pack. Let's keep going. It's hiding. Here it is. The Spirit of Creation. So I'm going to buy one for my plant island and place it down. Now, eagle-eyed, oh look,
That's awesome.
that's happening right now.
good.
Oh my
It's
gosh. If I, okay, so do you think if I clicked on this,
Oh my
It would
goodness.
take us.
it would start, we would be looking at like a whole other thing?
Like an
Wouldn't that be wild?
Inception.
Streaming Inception.
Yes, exactly. So, there you are, my sweet. The Spirit of Creation. It's an animated decoration, and where I was going before we almost entered the world within worlds there, this is based on super early concept art for My Singing Monsters. Let's just crack open the info for a quick second. So, when Colossals are engaged in an act of creativity, they often describe the experience among themselves as being guided by a spirit of creation. Depicted in ancient artworks as a kindly old being attuned to the power of nature, the spirit would whisper ideas and inspiration to its creator companion and otherwise provide a backing track of gentle humming to which one could work. It was actually this piece of imagery that inspired the Colossals to imagine themselves as the guardians of the various islands of the monster world long before the cataclysm that ended the dawn of fire brought it about as reality. And then behind the scenes here, this special edition decoration is based on one of the earliest pieces of concept art back when the project codename was Songster Island. I don't know if you guys knew that, but
No.
way back before it got officialized as My Singing Monsters, Songster Island was thrown around as an idea.
As the name for the game?
Yes.
My Singing Monsters just rolls off the tongue.
Yes, I agree. But this is a very neat decoration. We thought we would draw from this imagery and canonize it as something that is connected to to the Colossals. Speaking of Colossals, of course, it's anniversary month. We've got our dropping names contest that's running right now. Those of you who have completed your Colossal Conundra on the various islands will note in the info section here that we've got all of these empty spaces here. In the earliest days of the monster world, sought out the cosmic being, and we're going to be running those polls every Monday during anniversary month. The first one has concluded.
Yes.
And we can announce that the winner of that poll, the last time I checked, there were 81,000 votes that had been cast.
That's so good.
And with 81%, a landslide victory, it was Greenwich. Greenwich.
Like it.
The name of the plant island Colossal. Greenwich. I like that one a lot. I think the one that I was rooting for personally was Verdure, because I thought it was cool. Sort of like a double entendre of like verdure, like Verdure, greenery, whatever. But I think Greenwich is a cool one as well. I saw in the comments on the YouTube poll that, you know, Plant Island is the thing that everybody is familiar with, that everyone gathers around, and it's sort of like Greenwich Mean Time, that is like universal time that we use to judge time zones here in the human world. So there's that. Something else that's cool that's snuck into version 4.0 here are new shapes for the memory game. Da, 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 da. So this one, what's going on here? Oh, no, I had
It's a
like
50-50
yeah,
chance.
oops.
Oh, well, no.
Here we go.
Good thing you got it on the second try.
Yes, yeah,
No problem.
So yeah, a number of these memory game shapes have been updated. Some astute handler helpers have already noted that many of them bear a striking resemblance to the sorts of shapes that you see in music notation. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. Okay, Ant Brat, Drumpler, Coin, Drumpler, 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 Ant Brat, Coin. Coin.
These are getting
There we
harder,
go.
Matt.
Yes. Oh, this one, notably not a music shape. This one's shaped like a diamond.
Yep.
Shine bright like a diamond. There's also an 11 in there to replace the 10. But anyway, just wanted to show off those cool things to those folks. If you want to go all the way to the end and see any number of those shapes that you've already seen, we invite you to do so. Challenge your friends. See how far you can get. Get the goodies. And something else in 4.0 that I thought was kind of cool. I mentioned this in our last showcase. This one is sort of a really flying under the radar feature here, but we have added the ability to move your trophies around from island to island. So
Ooh, I like
I've got this string-em-along trophy here that's chilling beside our pal Sugarbush. That makes sense. He's got a stringed instrument, but you know what? I think the color scheme of this particular trophy lends itself well to another island. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the trophy in question, hit sell. But are you sure the confirmation here will tell us how it's going to work? The item will be available for free in the market. So it moves back into the market in the inventory system, and then it can be placed again from the decorations menu of another island. So I'm going to go ahead and do so.
Well,
I'm going to pop it out in there.
That's great because like now no matter where my friends see my islands, they'll know that I got trophies.
Exactly, exactly. And you can move them around. You know, if your island is in the top islands ranking, for example, you can go, oh, okay, you think that's cool? Watch, I'm gonna load in all of my Colossal trophies. So where shall we go? Where shall we go? You know what? I think the color scheme of that string-along trophy would look really beautiful on Firehaven. We've got other things to check out on Firehaven at the same time. So let's just navigate.
That's a good
there.
segue.
Now, you like that? You
I
like
do.
that?
Good.
Everything has been carefully curated here, Monster Handler Charlie. Oh, would you look at that? I'm just gonna hit my collect all here. It looks like everybody on the island is sleeping. Just
Taking a little nap.
snoozy woozing here, including our two Wubbox. I'll wake them up in a second, but there's a reason that they are sleeping. Another very under the radar feature of version 4.0 is that we have updated the ambient sounds on multiple islands. Some of them had been reusing tracks across a couple of different islands. Some didn't feel like they were an excellent fit, and so Firehaven is one such that got an updated ambience. You probably can't hear it on this stream because we've dropped the volume to an appropriate level so that it's not competing with our talkback on it, but I would invite you to do the same on your islands. Just mute your monsters. Make sure in the options menu here that you've got that you don't have mute ambience toggled, and then go through. So let's just start waking up all of our friends here one by one. Party Hardy hat on Tweedle there, most appropriate for anniversary month. I also chose the Colossal Communer moniker for today just because it felt appropriate with us running our dropping names community challenge, and yeah, the Colossals are always cool in the spirit of creation decoration that we created. Flugel, wake up.
Flugo doesn't want to wake up yet.
You may also notice as I move around here that I've got sort of a place of honor set up here in the middle with this red bubblerite path. I wonder who that could be for. Any guesses from either of you two monster handlers?
Well, I thought it was going to be a good place for the trophy, but now I don't think that I'm right.
Yeah, you know what, Monster Handler Charlie? I like where your head is at. You know what? Let's pop in to the market, take a look for a quick second, and continue on through open decorations here. Ah, there it is. Our String 'em Along trophy. It's marked as free. You can pop it down. Where should we put it? Let's put it right in the middle. That's beautiful. Look how well that complements the color scheme.
So
I don't think that there's anything else interesting happening on Firehaven in this particular update, so we could probably just move along. No, wait a minute. I think we are forgetting something. Let's just shift String 'em Along for a moment there and pass into the market and take a quick look. Oh, well, would you look at that? Firehaven is one of the islands that is featured as part of our ongoing anniversary month sales. Our island spotlights and the relevant seasonals are available as well. So here we've got Gobblegourd, we've got all rares and epics. Isn't that neat? They're beautiful.
Got all
Beautiful. Wow, okay. So there's Epic Reedling. Who else have we got here? Oh, Rare Tring. The whole cast is here. Oh, what?
What's that?
No,
Would you
I
look
was
at
gonna
that?
guess Bazinga, but I didn't want to be wrong.
You thought I was trying to stump you there.
Question.
But no, finally, after months and months of asking and bugging us, just like the joke you made in the kickoff video, Charlie, the Firehaven Mythical is finally here. Bazinga. Let's buy Bazinga.
I like this monster's eyes. I think they're cool.
Yes. And well, would you look at that? It turns out that the egg from the loading screen in the place of the O is Bazinga's egg.
It all connects.
Yes. Okay, let's crack open the egg here. Ta-da! You discovered Bazinga. Class Mythical. Finally, the Firehaven Mythical
Love it.
is here. Click to continue. Oh, and would you look at that? I'll have to reopen this menu in a second to show off, but there've actually been some changes to the Book of Monsters page tech as well. Okay, let's place Bazinga.
And that's a perfect spot.
Front and center.
Yes, highlighted appropriately for all of the anticipation that the Monster Handler community has, or that the Handler Helper community has been patiently waiting on. Beautiful thing. All right, so while we listen to the song, and perhaps Bazinga will join in at some point, I wanted to crack open the Book of Monsters page here. Now, of course, in our kickoff video, we spoke about how the Gold and Amber Island Book of Monsters pages have been subdivided into commons, rares, and epics. But another change that we made across all Book of Monsters pages, you can see it depicted here, is that we slowed down the pulse of limited time available monsters, and we also switched them from color to grayscale because we wanted to make it more clear at a glance which ones you owned, and which ones, and of course, you can click through to any of the ones that are available for a limited time. Like the beautiful, I don't want to hear any hate on Rare Stock. The beautiful, lovely Rare Stock. Of course, you can click through and see what the colors are there, but if you're just looking at the overall view here, we wanted to do some improvements across the board there.
Really challenging our artists to find room for those. I'm glad that we're starting to do 2 pages.
Yes, yes. Obviously, for those higher plane islands, they were getting pretty crowded, and it's the exact reason, actually, for so many years why we didn't have a Gold Island Book of Monsters page, because we figured, okay, at minimum, we're talking like 90 monsters here on one page. They're either all going to be so small or it's just going to be unwieldy, but the solution came to us, got to subdivide into commons, rares, and epics. So there is the beautiful Bazinga, obviously related to Humbug as part of the drone sect family. It's got some very exciting lore. I won't crack open this particular bio so that you can read it yourself, Handler Helper community, but I will transfer over and see what's going on Mythical Island. Because of course, a mythical that arrives on Firehaven, also available to be teleported to Mythical Island. And would you look at that, I already have Bazinga here on my Mythical Island and flipped. I know, I live dangerously, Monster Handler Charlie. I decorated this island to bigify all of those monsters that the Handler Helper community contributed to in some way. Whether it was Strombonen during last year's Make a Mythical polls in Month of the Mythical, and then it released during Anniversary Month. Bazinga, same thing this year, very similar process, except this time we were supplying the music. And how could we forget all about the beautiful Ultimate Creator Mythicals, Cherubble, and Anglo. They're wonderful, they're wonderful. Yes. But, Monster Handler Charlie, you left us on a cliffhanger in the kickoff video. You said for the Dream Mythical, that's something we'll have to save for the update. And would you look at that? The breeding structure that you depicted has continuity here. And there's an egg I don't specifically recognize.
No, I don't recognize that one either.
I think it might be brand new.
That's weird.
So let me transfer it over to the nursery. Oh, we've bred Knurv. Knurv. Huh. Let's.
Like
you know what? I'm. Like I said, I've got connections in the monster world. We're working with a lot of currency here. We could have this stream last a day while we just sit here and discuss. Yeah, we're just gonna just chat now. No, let's speed it up and take a look at and see. Okay, the egg is ready.
I got butterflies.
Crack it open. Here we go. We've got. Oh, Knurv. Not exactly what I was expecting.
No.
Now, of course, these dream mythicals are conjured up from the imaginations of their respective mythical monsters. So I am kind of interested to know what the story is behind Knurv. I'm just going to take Knurv here and place it. You know what? I think maybe I'll set it right here in front of the cave crystal teleporter. A totally arbitrary decision, in no way, shape, or form connected to what you are potentially about to learn. Oh, would you look at that?
Whoa.
Look at Knurv go.
That's so cool. This might be a new favorite for me.
Yeah, you gotta love Knurv. Let me collect the goal here while we're at it. Action, place a Knurv. Well, I did. Okay, little Knurv here. Let's read a little bit more about it. Over the course of its multiversal sojourns, the Firehaven Mythical has had the opportunity to observe and partake of various cultures and civilizations. Right, because Bazinga is a multiversal traveler. It's particularly interested in folklore, but there's one legend that has gripped its imagination from the first moment it heard it. That of the Knurv. Known by another name in its native dimension, tales relate that this boogeyman of sorts extends its elongated optic nerves to spy on others without their knowledge. Ooh! A surveillance state there in its home dimension. Creepy. On Mythical Island, it has been reimagined using Dreamcraft as an enthusiastic musical performer, using its optic nerves not for spying, but for creating captivating melodies reminiscent of its mythical creator. Oh,
I like that.
would you like the looks of that? There we go. The Knurv. The Knurv. I wonder if we'll. I wonder if the nerve of it all, right? I wonder if our handler helper community will find some of the clues, the breadcrumb trail that we have dropped in terms of finding out what the original name of this monster is in its home dimension. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. Now that I've got a complete mythical island, it's time for me to go and complete another island. Let's travel over. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Let's go over to Amber Island.
Oh look, we're in Amber Island.
You're gonna love this decorated full.
What?
Oh, dang it! Wouldn't you know it? I don't have any monsters on my Amber Island. Rats. How embarrassing. Or is it? Because as part of our anniversary month sales and special offers, if I crack open the market here, you will be able to see in the monsters section that all 30 fire monster vessels are available for a limited time to be placed on your Amber Island, zapped with the corresponding eggs, and revitalized to fill out your Amber Island. Look at all of these monsters.
30
Can you
monsters
believe it?
for 34 days. You gotta get on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll be working hard later.
You know it. And it's important to remember, of course, that with the rotating amber sets that are available during other months of the year, there is a method to the madness as to why they are not available every single month. I saw a number of members of the Handler Helper community saying, ooh, what will September's set be? There are only 10 sets that are in rotation. I'm sure the Handler Helper community can talk amongst themselves and figure out why that is, why there are only 10 and why there are 2 special months of the year where all of them are available instead of just those special monthly sets. But that's the case. Never mind the future. Right now, you can go in. Maybe you're missing 1 or 2. Maybe you're a fool. A fool like me who has completely none of them whatsoever. So here's an excellent opportunity to check them out all month long. Speaking of things that are available all month, perhaps we'll pop over and see another island here. Where shall we go? Let's head over to Celestial Island. Of course, it's September. It's the month of shadowed glare, and that means that Ludwig is available to ascend. If you tuned into our update 3.9.4 video, this island looks familiar to you. You may have noticed that I have swapped out Skartar for Ludwig here in the position that I feel is closest to the stars. It's sort of the starring role here. I did have an opportunity to go through and start adding monsters to my inventory. Now, we did post earlier today that some folks during the transition from our 3.9.4 server to 4.0.0 server did suffer some progress loss on the inventory of their young Ludwig. But happy days are here again, because if this has happened to you, please just submit a support ticket outlining your struggle, the misfortune that has befallen you, and our Handler Helper team will help.
We'll get on it.
We'll make you whole again. Now, you may notice here among the monsters that I have already zapped to Ludwig, I've got all of my common except for Sponge. All of my common naturals here along the top. I think one of the strategies associated with Celestial Ascension is you've got to look and see which monsters are basically in the off season right now, aka not available, and prioritize those to be zapped first. Now, last week, as part of the first week of Anniversary Month, I was lucky enough to zap a Clavivera to my Ludwig, because of course Ludwig, having been released during Anniversary Month, has 3 seasonals that it needs. Those seasonals which sort of awkwardly straddle the line between monthly jumps. That's the case for Vivain, it's the case for Clavivera often, and for Whizbang as well. But you may notice that I have none of my flex eggs here. I was hoping to zap a rare hollow on Bone Island here to satisfy my double element rare flex here. But fortunately for everybody, I have a solution. So we're gonna leave Celestial Island here for a moment, and we're gonna travel over to Magical Sanctum. So on Magical Sanctum, just like Firehaven and Cold Island, it's one of 3 islands that are part of our Island Spotlight promotions that run for the entire week. This includes things, thank you very much. This includes things like the crystalline and diamond upgrade castles for those respective islands. So if you, like me, don't have a fully upgraded crystalline castle here on Magical Sanctum, you can take this opportunity to upgrade it. You know, maybe I will, just while we're talking about it. And I got so many diamonds.
Treat yourself.
Why not? We'll let that timer count down. But I hopped to it this morning and had to double check my luck, but I've got rare Zister here that I was able to successfully breed. And when I go to zap it here on Celestial, aha, here I will zap it. There we go. So what's nice about those pure magical rares on Magical Sanctum is that they can actually count towards a number of different flex eggs that could have been applied towards the bone flex rare that I needed, or the psychic rare flex that I needed. So it doesn't just have to be from that particular island. And of course, if over the course of September you are still needing those flex eggs, something that's nice is that when it becomes available in the future, chances are we will have released even more of those rares that can satisfy those flex egg requirements.
Yeah.
So that's something nice. That's something nice.
That's nice.
Oh,
I'll do my Jen. That's nice.
Wow, that's...
That was great.
Jen, are you here? Are you here? Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. So, leaving the pocket dimension for just a second, let's actually get to the meat and potatoes here and travel over to Gold Island. Let's travel over to Gold Island.
You've already shown us so much. There's more?
I know. I've been saving what could be argued as the best for last here as part of our update. Whoa, look at that beautiful Gold Island.
It's really beautiful.
The first thing here that I want to highlight, of course, and you know they said it couldn't be done, but us monster handlers, we love to surprise, we love to excite, and what did I say? Did I say surprise already?
And bedazzle.
We love to surprise, excite, bedazzle, and surprise twice over. We said it couldn't be done, but here it is, Jamboree on Gold Island, placeable from Seasonal Shanty at Island 15. It's got its brand new candle.
Candles.
It's a wonderful,
So
wonderful
proud.
thing. And what do I have here in the place menu? Aha! The Epic Wubbox. Now, in our kickoff video, I selected my plant Epic Wubbox, but just to prove that it can be an Epic Wubbox from any of the natural islands, I've got 2 to choose from here. I've got Morose from Cold Island, and I've got Devast from Earth. Which one should I place? Morose. Okay. Our cold Epic Wubbox. And Monster Handler Alley, it was your breakthrough monster handler research that actually allowed us to discover about the Gold Epic Wubbox in the first place. You led us through this brand new feature as part of the kickoff video. I have to say, this boxed, inactive, powered down form is so beautiful. I think I might just leave it as it is. Maybe we can just end the live stream right now.
No!
No, all right, Monster Handler Charlie objects. We've got to go in and take a closer look. Another thing too that we're going to be discussing today is a bit more of an expanded understanding of how Epic Gold Epic Wubbox works. So let's take a look here and open the inventory. Okay, so like we mentioned in the kickoff video, each of these elemental phases are required to be filled, and then we can move through and build up Gold Epic Wubbox's contribution to the Gold Island song. Now, something notable here is monster handler Tyson, when he was giving his interview with a dear friend of ours, MSM Poke Gamer, mentioned a few things that were true of the in development build that he was looking at. But I think this is good news that I'm delivering here, because the version that Monster Handler Tyson was playing, you had to box all of the epics and then move into the elemental phases. Not so. I am relieved to be able to tell folks
Now that would be a lot of work.
that is a ton of work. And in the actual final form of this designed feature, it's just the 5 elemental phases. So 6 monsters per phase, 30 total. Then you've got all of your 30 epic natural monsters represented for across the different phases. Now, another thing that is interesting as well is these monsters don't necessarily have to be from that island. So as we're filling the plant phase, it doesn't have to be a monster from Plant Island. In fact, in a couple of cases, that's impossible to do because Epic Reedling and Epic Sponge are not Plant Island natives.
That's true.
So they're just monsters who have the plant element. So I did do some preparatory work here in advance and placed down a couple of epics that I can box. So have fun in the playground, Snack Dragon. In you go, farewell, toodaloo. In you go, all right, okay. So it was Potbelly. I need to add Epic Octopus as well. Who else? Who else is hiding here? Ah! Epic Reedling. I see you hiding far in the distance. You cannot escape my gaze. You are going into the Epic Wubbox. Here, who else? Who else? Let's check to see who are we missing. Ah, of course, Epic Furcorn, ready to go. Basically, on the doorstep there. And you go.
Oh, we went right in.
Epic Entbrat as well. Redfield, in you go. I can't help but notice that I don't have an Epic Sponge. So, perhaps we will navigate quickly over to Cold Island and see if it is available as part of the Island Spotlight promotion. My Monster Handler instinct tells me that it is. So here is Morose here. You may notice, of course, that even though it's in its powered down form on Gold Island, it remains unchanged here on Cold Island. Now, if you go to sell Morose, you will lose the progress that you have made on Gold Island. We strongly recommend that you do not do this.
Don't do it.
If you are working through. So, just before, you know what, since we're here, while we are on Cold Island and have access to the market, before we check to see if Epic Sponge is available, I just want to crack open the decorations menu and take a look. It was made available earlier today, joining the previous 10.
There it is.
We've got our 11th anniversary monument. So I just wanted to take a look through and see if we can identify all of the different pictograms that represent all the exciting things that happened during anniversary year. Obviously right there on the central dais you can see Gold Epic Wubbox in its beautiful powered down form, but who have we got here? Okay, going top to bottom, left to right, we have rare mythicals. That began with Rare Gajoob during Spooktical. Trouble, the first of our Ultimate Creator mythicals, here represented by its blubberflies. We've got Colossal Conundra.
Love Colossal Conundra. It's
We've
my
got
favorite things this
Seasonal Island Skins. We've got there. Still have sort of a tense relationship with that.
He put a whoopee
That, with
cushion on
that
my chair.
character.
Dude.
Really?
I think it was.
So that's confirmed that it's still messing around the office then?
Possible.
Okay, well, we'll have to beef up security. Either that or just try and... I find that I like to count to 10 whenever is messing with me. Yeah, deep breaths are also helpful. Okay, continuing through, we've got Rare Wublins, the Anglo, found deep in the Monstriana Trench. Oh, we've got the Epic Evolutions in the Crucible that were unveiled during Echoes of Eco. Ethereals on the Colossal, Celestial Ascension. There's 2022 2023, written in beautiful, monstrous alphabet. And even though we updated our fonts, we're too sentimental, and we kept all of our candles the same on Jamboree, because it's something that you can hold on to and keep in your heart forever.
It's something that Jamboree loves too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Loves to be celebrated, right? It's anniversary month. You got to celebrate. Okay, let's open the monsters menu, and we'll see. Are we in luck? Is Epic Sponge around? You know what? I could scroll, or I could use the handy filter at the bottom and just select triple element monsters. Oh,
There
we
it
are
is.
in luck. Epic Sponge. Okay. Epic Sponge, come with me. You are going to the playground of the Gold Epic Wubbox. All right, here we go. We'll place you. What is your name? Comosus. Comosus. Okay, Comosus. Eat a lot very quickly. Here you go.
I wish I could eat pizza and pie and cupcakes.
Without passing out?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now we have Comosus in the commotion here. Let's navigate back to Gold Island, and we will take a look and place Comosus. There you are, Comosus. Okay. Hello. Of course, as part of, do you like that? As part of our 4.0 update, there are now the Gold and Amber Island Book of Monsters pages. Now, I will ask that you spare your judgment of me, because this is just one of my many Monster Handler accounts, and I don't have a lot of epic or rare representation yet on this island. But here is the tabbed view here of the Gold Island Book of Monsters pages. So let's take a look. Comosus, it's been a slice. In you go. Ta-da-da! All right. And look at that. The power-up button is available.
Hit the button.
All right, here we go.
The suspense.
Oh.
That.
Wow.
And there you have it. Okay, so we have powered up the Epic Wubbox plant phase. So you may notice here that it is totally covered in vines. It's got green electricity passing between its various elements. It's got the representative green orb that you see in the Plant Island Epic Wubbox. We'll add it here, to our Book of Monsters page, and this now famous pose of Epic Wubbox, you can see the various orbs there. Now, something that's very interesting about Gold Epic Wubbox here is that it remains in this sort of semi-powered up form until such time as you complete its various phases. So we're in a section of the song now where the Epic Wubbox does not play, but as you progressively move through those different phases, it will generate that electricity, combine all of its different pieces together, and it will move into its Plant Epic phase. Now, we'll just hang tight for a quick second and just admire Gold Epic Wubbox and some of the design features here of it. This was something that one of the designers on our team absolutely insisted on, and I'm glad he did. Oh, here we go. All right, I'll get back to my earlier topic. Okay, here we go.
Look at it go.
Yes, definitely plant evocative, and you can see even some of Greenwich's horns there sort of acting as epaulets there on it. And so it will continue to perform its idle, and then it will transition from one phase into, here we go, back to its semi-powered up form.
That's so cool.
So I was mentioning it before, but the Wubbeard, as we call it internally, is something that was absolutely insisted on by our designers, and our Monster Handler artists were happy to oblige. You know, there's another famous figure from human world mythology, antiquity, who has the power of lightning and who has a big beard and perhaps a laurel wreath. on it, a laurel wreath crown, and it looks like these bar blues here on Gold Island as part of the beautiful ornamentation on Gold Island also have those laurel wreaths. I saw a few folks going, hey, this sort of reminds me of the Colossal. They're not wrong. All of those islands draw from imagery from Monster World Antiquity, which totally coincidentally look an awful lot like Human World things as well. So, since I have a lot of diamonds, I figured I might as well crack open the inventory again and take a look. Okay, so tap on this here. Okay, Eureka, you've powered up this elemental phase. That's great. We are on to the cold elemental phase. So click on that here. Box the required epic monsters to power up this elemental phase. Okay, sounds good to me. Or if you're impatient like I am and you have lots of diamonds, yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's all about what you know.
Let's fill and power it up. There we go. And
So cool.
all right, now we have the Epic Wubbox cold phase. So we'll add that particular orb to our Book of Monsters page. And then, okay, perfect, here we go. Plant phase is performing its part.
So it cycles through the phases.
That's right, and it matches and goes in order of the Gold Island song. So here we've got the plant phase doing its idle, and if we wait just a moment, here we go. It has transitioned
so cool.
into its cold elemental phase, and it's got a brand new musical part that it performs, as well as animation, and it'll preserve some elements of its home island behavior. As you can see, there's a little bit of frost emanating from this monster's mouth as well.
I like that.
And we've got, again, the cold colossal horns here are sort of represented on the shoulders of Gold Epic Wubbox. Our next poll for dropping names is launching next Monday, the 11th. So you'll have to join us and see which of the possible names for Cold Island Colossal you prefer, and we will canonize that in the future.
One of the names is... Nope. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, wait, Charlie, wait. Yes.
I would never.
So, here we have we've covered a lot today on our update 4.0 live stream. Like we mentioned in the past, this update is one that we have poured a lot of love into. Satisfying long-standing requests like Gold Island Epic Wubbox, Jamboree on Gold Island, the Firehaven Mythical and Dream Mythical. That was a big one that now we've got that checked off our list. And it was mentioned in the kickoff video as well, but now that Mythical Island has been completed, its remix will be available later in Anniversary Month to be enjoyed, to be streamed at your leisure on your favorite streaming platform. And it may or may not have a little, what amounts to an Easter egg at this point, of an unused monster part that is not part of the final Mythical Island composition, and which we don't have any plans to add officially to the game, but we didn't want to throw it out entirely, so it can be enjoyed as part of the Mythical Island remix when it releases later in Anniversary Month. Just our little gift to you, the Handler Helper community, because it's something that you've been asking for a while, and we really like the final shape of Mythical Island's song as it appears in game, but like I said, because we love you, we threw it in there. Maybe you'll hear it, maybe you'll recognize it, maybe you will love it. That's our hope.
Yep, I hope so too.
That is our hope. Okay, so let's open our event tab here over at Anniversary Month. 34 more days, 17 hours, 4 minutes remaining in Anniversary Month. We've got a number of tricks up our sleeves in the future. 4.0 just represents the beginning of Anniversary Month. We've got a few other things that we're very excited to showcase for you in the future. You will have to check it out, as well as in my Singing Monsters prequel game, Dawn of Fire.
Yes.
So we're really excited. This will be, I think, the anniversary month to remember.
One to remember.
I think that we have outdone ourselves,
Yes.
and we've been very ambitious this anniversary year in terms of the number of things that we have thrown in, the number of new features. You can see it there in the pictograms on the 11th anniversary monument. So happy birthday, my singing
Happy birthday,
monsters.
my singing monsters.
Happy birthday. Can you believe it's 11 years young, not old, but young.
Young.
We've got lots of stories still left to tell, lots of areas of the monster world still left to explore. So we're really excited about the future, and we hope that you are too. Thank you so much for tuning in to our version 4.0 update showcase. We hope you learned a few things that you didn't know already, and you'll be able to make use of some of the new features here in this update to beautify your islands, to complete your collections, and to just generally revel in the music and nature of the monster world. We're going to sign off now. I'm Monster Handler Matt.
I'm Monster Handler Charlie.
I'm Monster Handler Allie.
Monster Handler Shinty, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. There we go. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again pretty soon,
we'll see
I'm
you.
sure, and we'll check in. We'll check in on how the PAX West folks are doing. I think they collectively caught a case of the Tweedlepox, and so they need a couple of days to recuperate. But fortunately, the remedy for Tweedlepox is hot chocolate and grooves.
That sounds like a great remedy.
You're right. It's a lot better than penicillin, let me tell you. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, and until next time, happy monstering!